Hello everyone and welcome to another Timeless video. So today we're taking a look at Mono White Stompy in Timeless format. So this is a day 3 build of Edge of Eternities, and I'm very excited about this deck because not only are we playing with a lot of cards that we generally don't play with, but we're also adding some spicy new stuff from the newest set called the Starfield Shepherd. This is a 5 and a 3/2 angel that is also flying, and when this card enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic playing card or a creature card with mana value 1 or less. And what's really nice about this card is that it has a warp 2, which means that you can just play this out for 2 mana, and if you have things like Thalia on the battlefield, you can also blink this card and then get additional value out of it, just like that. And considering that there's a lot of strip mines going on, things like that, getting another land out of this card is very, very good, especially when some folks out there playing things like Blood Moon. So Shepherd comes down, War for 2, the cards that you're going to be looking for are Guide of Souls and also Pride. And this is really good because we're going to be taking a lot of damage already from Ancient Tomb and the One Ring. So just having some life gain with these two cards, and at the same time, also Pride being a very snowbally card. If you just run out turn 1 also Pride into Strip Mine, there's a very good chance you might even win the game by itself. So the fact that the Shepherd can just kind of tutor for this is really good. And even without the Thalia, the fact that you can just play this out again because of the warp in the later turns, the card just has so much value. And the other card that we're playing that I'm sure not a lot of people actually played with if you're only playing things like Historic or Timeless is this card called the Touch of the Spirit Realm. What's really nice about this card is that it bypasses the Archon. You can channel for 2, discard this card, exile target artifact or a creature, return to the battlefield under its owner's control. You could potentially even go if opponent has a Chrome Mox, you can even, channel this card, get rid of a Chrome Mox. Or, we have Ancient Tomb. You could even play the Touch of the Spirit Realm on turn 1 or 2, depending on if you have the Chrome Mox, just like that. And you can also use it on your creatures as well, similar to Ephemerate. The reason why we're not playing Ephemerate is because, one, this is an Ancient Tomb build, so we want a lot of 3-mana cards, but the Ephemerate also doesn't work as well when you have things like Archon of Memoria. So you could blink things like Starfield Shepherd with the Touch of the Spirit Realm with the channel, or you can even reset the One Ring's clock, since the channel also affects artifacts as well. So we got a lot of cool things going on here, so I'm very excited to try this deck out. So having said that, I'm gonna be hopping over to some Timeless Wrestle 3 to show you guys what the deck does. So let's hop on over. All right, rank just reset. Let's give this a go. This hand looks a little bit suspicious, but I'm willing to try it. Undercity Sewer. They have something. It's a grief. It was a grief. Let's see what they take. Let's see what they take. They take the Solitude. And I exiled this. Grab an Oslo Pride. I'll try to combo these two together next turn. Chrome Mox. Oh, it's a Soren deck. Oh. Oh wow, that's actually kind of insane, by the way. So we can bounce this. Interesting. So they're gonna lose some life. We're gonna Felia, bounce the Creation of Avixen again. They're gonna go for Reanimate. Lose 4 life. We're gonna play the Felia. That's very nice, by the way. So we have to balance the Creation of Avixen here. Oh, actually, I didn't even know I had an energy. I had the energy from playing the Felia last turn, right? So I could have actually played a Shepherd, grabbed an also Pride. Yeah, that's definitely my mistake, but I think we'll still win anyways. But 100% mistakes were made. First time playing with this card, so like I didn't really like recognize that I had 2 energy there when I just had 1 card. It's a pretty cool card, right? So if this is a board wipe, I should probably pump the Guide of Souls because it goes to 4 life. Does that matter? Hmm. I mean, 3, 4, 5. They go to 3. So even if they have a memory, a Toxic Deluge, they would lose 3 life. They can't really reanimate. Okay, so it's that kind of deck. We'll have a Thalia. We'll have a Containment Priest. And we'll have a Rest in Peace. Disruptor Flute? I don't think we take. I don't think we need Archon in this matchup. Do we? The thing is, like, what do we take out, right? We need to cut 6 cards. We need to cut 6 cards here. Okay. Shepherd. Maybe 2/1 rings. Maybe an Archon. Okay, so we're on a draw, right? I believe we have 23 lands. Yeah, we have 23. How greedy is to go down to 22? It's pretty greedy, I would say. Let's just cut an Archon. Alright, we have a very, very interesting hand here. Well, a lot of strip mines, but is this keepable? Because technically, we can like kind of delay with the strip mines and then we just play it like a single plane with an Ancient 2 and then boom, we have 3 mana. It's a very interesting hand. Like, unless we die here. So, Aatroxa in the graveyard. So, any land can potentially do it for them. Which is not good. And they got it. We can still go, like, Ancient Tomb into Touch of the Spirit Realm, so it's definitely not over. So they got another land here. We do have 2 of them, so we just need 1 white source and we're good to go, actually. fact that they also have a Soren and Lenda, kind of a problem. Nice. So we'll play a plane. But then they, the fact that they also have Soren and Lenda means that I might actually have to take the damage and then play Containment Priest first, maybe? So I go Containment Priest, touch up the Spirit Realm on the Atroxa. It's definitely rough, right? Because if this is a land, playing this isn't good because it's an enchantment that the Soren and Lenda can destroy. If I go Containment Priest here, then that stops both the Soren plus Elenda coming out here. So maybe I just take the damage and play Containment Priest. This way I prevent both the Soren and Elenda from coming down this turn with the Containment Priest. And then we can exile the Atroxa using the channel. Pretty crazy game, I would say. So opponent did manage to find a third land, which we were afraid of. Another thing I could do is if they don't play Soren, I can go Felia, attack with the Felia with the Containment Priest, and then we blow up their third land with our Strip Mine. So play the Felia. That's a good one. Strip Mine. You. They got another Atroxa. So, I play the Containment Priest. This one white source business is killing me here. This way, if they don't draw land, then we're good, right? Oh my god, they just keep drawing lands. They just keep drawing lands, man. Too good. Okay, I guess we leave up, swords? They do have a reanimate. I wonder if, calling reanimate with this is better. It's just like loses the situation. So if they animate the Atroxa, they take 7 damage, right? Then they go to 6. Even if I blink it, they go to 3. I think we call reanimate here. And then just try to swords. The Elenda coming out. Okay, so they still went for Atroxa. They haven't played a land. If they Thoughtseize me and take away Source here, we might win the game. We'll see. But if they go Elenda here, we lose the game. Okay, they also had a Grief. So I think we lose no matter what here. Alright, I think that's game. Very close game. That was a super close game. Opponent was just relentless, man. They just kept drawing lands every single turn. Alright. So I can go Guide of Souls into also Pride here. Or... Man, this deck is so crazy difficult, actually. There were actually so many things I could have done here. Like, I could have gone Shepherd, right? I could have gone Shepherd into grabbing a plane so that turn 2 I can play the Archon. So that's another thing I could have done. Okay. Ancient Tomb, and we can just play the One Ring, so that's also pretty good. Ooh. That's not bad either. So what does this say? Dark Ritual into a Thoughtseize. Maybe I should have just played a Touch of the Spirit Realm on my creature. What does Also Pride say? Only your end step, so... I mean, I guess gaining another life doesn't really matter here. So they went with the Show and Tell. So I'm guessing it's an Elenda? Right? Three, four, five, six, seven. And then they gain 4 life. What a game. So they went with that. 3, 4, 5. Short. Oh, what a pickup there. That's a very good pickup. I really regret not putting the 3-3, like pumping the Also Pride. I thought maybe putting it here made more sense to me at the time. But yeah, wasn't the case. Come on, we need a land here. 1 land and we're good. Peacekeeper. I guess it's time to attack all. Super close game. I definitely misplayed by not pumping the Oslo Pride, but at the time, I was more afraid of like a fatal push, right? So that's why I did the things that I did. If it's another Elenda, I would be very, very terrified. So they can't even crack this fetch land, right? Because they're at 1. Nice, that was a really good first game. I don't know if I like this many Chrome Moxes. So I think I'm just gonna mulligan there. And this hand looks a little bit too slow, but I don't think I can mulligan anymore. Ancient Tomb here would be nice. I'm playing out the non-basic land because if there is a strip mine and then they Blood Moon in the future, I still have a plains, right? We're playing against the Blood Moon deck. So that's good to know. Do I want to strip mine their mountain? I wonder. Let's actually do it. If this was an Oslo Pride, it would be even better. Because now we have snowballing. Four mana card. It was a stock up. Okay, there is that Oslo Pride. I'm gonna try to save Witch Enchanter. Like, potentially, like, we can draw Ancient Tomb and then blow up their Chrome Mox. See what they play. It was a sneak attack. Ooh. Okay, that's a 15-15. That's not good. That is a 15-15. And we have officially lost the game. It was a sneak attack deck, okay. So we want Disruptor Flute and Containment Priest. Getting a lot of mileage off of Containment Priest today. Touch of the Spirit Realm. Archon... Probably not. Shouldn't be too bad of a matchup, honestly. Alright, so we have a turn 1 Anointed Peacekeeper. That's really good. The question is, what do we get rid of? Maybe Guide of Soul? Considering that I have a Disruptor Flute in my hand, I think getting rid of a Solitude is probably for the better because technically, like... Okay, let's see. So they have a Brainstorm, Stock Ups, and Chrome Mox there. I guess Brainstorm? Witch Enchanter. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can find another land before I play this out. I'll just play this out now. Ooh, they play Spell Pierce. 2, 3, 4. So they'll have a 5 mana next turn. Looks like we're just playing this out and then playing the Touch of the Spirit Realm. Potentially. We're delaying the Felly a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's a little bit wrong here. They have another Chrome Mox to boot. Oh, that's brutal. That is actually brutal. So let's see. How do we live? I hope they don't have another red source next turn. Otherwise, we're gonna be dead. Like if they have another creature, that is. Oh, it's an Aatroxa. Oh no, it was an Aatroxa. Okay, we lost. Man, we got wrecked. To be fair, we didn't see Containment Priest this game. So 3, 4, 5, block. We're still dead. All right. Grief. Another of these kind of decks. Well, I think they actually take away the Also Pride, because if I play Also Pride, I get to just attack, right? And they can't even attack with the Grief. So I think it actually has to be an Also Pride here. Orcish Bowmaster. Troll. Troll of Khazad-dûm. Now they got 4 mana. Another Grief comes down. Let's see. So I can Chrome Mox. The problem is like what comes after, you know? That's what I'm kind of afraid of. I think we just pass. I'm trying to wait for these for opponents like one rings or things like that. Okay, strip mining, rude. There you go. So we need to draw land here. Perfect. Okay, so now we gotta find like Starfield Shepherd or something. That would be nice. I guess I'll attack you. To Seal the Dark Knight. There's that Shepherd. I think we should probably trade. We should balance this, right? Trade one of my guys. All right. I don't think I can chump block here. I think I need everything. That's a good card. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So if I play this, it's gonna duplicate, right? Pretty close game. Wow, I don't know about that. I don't think you should have surrendered there, opponent. I think opponent's deck is a better one ring deck, so I think maybe I don't even play this. I'll have maybe one. Well, the thing is, I also have to kind of bring a Containment Priest as well to stop opponents' reanimates, but I guess it's better to have Rest in Peace. So it makes my Felia better than having a Containment Priest. It's not like they're reanimating things like Aatrox or anything, so... Gotta cut 2 cards. I think I'm gonna cut 2 Archons here. Alright. Not a bad hand, I would probably. Turn 1 ring. Oh, I see. Is that even good against our deck? Because, like, the reality is... I play, like, things like Swords, things like that, you know... I'm gonna call 1 ring here. So they also have a Strip Mine. So Strip Mine that. We're gonna go... Oh, wow. What a pickup. So I'll just have to block here. Kinda rough. Kinda rough. We need to draw like a Swords or Solitude. This is a free attack because it has Vigilance. So I'll play Felia into Shepherd. They called Anointed Peacekeeper. Unfortunately, we didn't find the cards that we needed to see. Feels bad, man. Right, I think that's GG's. Right, let's go again. This time around, hopefully we have our removal spell. This is actually a very interesting turn because I feel like I need to play Ancient Tomb. Because if I go Plains, I might not even have a white source anymore. You know? So I think that was actually the play there. So they do have an Ancient Tomb. I guess maybe we call... Why didn't they play Cecile, by the way? For the Fatal Push? So we call Dark Ritual. Okay. Disruptor Flute was a very good draw. I think I just go Peacekeeper again. Or maybe I need to find... Okay, never mind. I think I'm gonna go for another Plains here. So leave up a Swords or play Disruptor Flute on maybe like the One Ring. This is more like mana efficient, but I'm just kind of thinking here because I only have 2 white sources. Maybe I want to use the Disruptor Flute later for Ancient Tomb, but it's very tough. Go mana efficiency. I'm gonna call Sheoldred here. The Apocalypse. There's that Ancient Tomb. Just gonna take the damage. We find ourselves with the Strip Mine. I could Strip Mine it, but I think I just want to play Starfield Shepherd. I think we're like almost to the finish line. I do think I have to block here. Yeah, we're gonna have to block here. Three mana. Actually, do we have to block? I don't know. So this is on Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual costs 3 mana. Yeah, 3 mana. Wow, they pass. Not even gonna attack with the Cecile. Interesting. Interesting. Another Peacekeeper. Alright. Sure. So they have a lot of Sheoldreds. I guess this time I call the One Ring. So Sheoldred is 7 mana. And we're going to destroy the Ancient Tomb. And a land. And we're gonna sit back because we want to block like this, right? Disruptor Flute, sure. Wait a minute. They're giving me Black Source. So this one's One Ring, this one's Dark Ritual. Ooh. What is this? That's one of the board wipes, I think. That's pretty bad. Right? That's a board wipe. Well, if that's the case, I guess we just kind of pass. This is on Shaldred. Yeah, pretty bad. It's gonna be Toxic Deluge. That's why I didn't even try to name like Disruptor Flute on the Toxic Deluge, things like that. Because they can just pay it with the life. Yeah, there it is. So this is one ring. I think I still have to take the 2 damage here. Can I do that? I could touch of the Spirit Realm on the Shepherd. Yeah, there you go. So we knew that was coming. The Sheldred is still 7 mana. Because of the Disruptor Flute. Wait, how come this didn't die? Oh. I see what happened. I see what happened. Ooh, very good draw. I'd have to just Spirit Realm this. I'm taking too much damage. All right. That up soul. It's crazy looking metal there. Grief. Really? So they just drew another Fatal Push. It's kind of a crazy game. We still have like Velia. Solitude. We still haven't drawn a Solitude. That's a Strip Mine. I'm gonna do it on opponent's upkeep because they could have a Fatal Push. So still 4 mana. Play Archon, I think this is it. What a game, by the way. What an insane game. Alright, so Mono White Stompy was actually better than I thought. Certainly like so many cool lines you can take with this deck, with the strip mine and the format now. Like there's just like way too much to think about. Like it is actually kind of crazy. Let's talk about the deck. I think the deck was actually very sweet. Not only does it get rid of the One Ring, which is immensely popular now because of the Ancient Tomb, but you can blink the Shepherd to get another plane or a creature, or you can even blink the One Ring, which you can reset as well. And you can also exile something like Chrome Mox, or even like opponent's like reanimated creature, so you can attack through it for that turn to win the game, things like that. So super flexible, only costs 2 mana, and the reason why we're playing this instead of something like the Ephemerate is 1, we're playing Ancient Tomb, and 2, you can't play Ephemerate when you have an Archon. I mean, you can, but you only get like half the value, right? This is gonna be more flexible in this deck. The Starfield Shepherd, again, has been very amazing, because like even though we're playing Ancient Tomb, our life gain is just so much with the Guide of Souls and also Pride, and even Solitude as well. We're only playing 2 copies of Solitude because, you know, again, I'd rather play Source of Plowshare, and I would rather play Touch of the Spirit Realm, because not only are you going down on a lot of cards with the Chrome Mox and stuff like that, but you're also going down on a lot of cards because you're strip mining, and opponents also strip mining as well. You're going down on a lot of cards, which means like these like Witch Enchanters, Razorgrass Ambush, you'd rather play onto the battlefield as a land instead of potentially just evoking for this Solitude. So that's kind of my thought process with the Solitude, why you only see 2 copies of it. But I think you could easily just play 4 copies of it instead of a Source of Plowshare. But like I said, it's up to you. The One Ring, funny enough, really hard to cast, by the way. A 4-mana card, it's just so absurdly hard to cast. Despite having Ancient Tomb, because of the strip mines, like if you strip mine back and forth, like the chance of you casting this One Ring is just so low, right? So a lot of times, even though this card is technically good in this deck, like it's just so hard to cast. Yeah, I think this deck was definitely a lot better than Mono Red Stompy in my opinion. I think the Mono Red Stompy was very average. I kind of like this deck a lot. You have a lot more choices in my opinion. You're thinking a lot more, things like that. Yeah, I think this deck was better than I thought. It'll probably be pretty good against things like Show and Tell because of Archon main decks. Like a lot of the combo decks, it's probably going to be pretty weak against like things like Energy. But it has a lot of value, right? Like this card genuinely surprised me. I thought this card wasn't going to be that great, but like the fact that the warp creatures can be played twice is I think what makes this card so good. Considering the fact that like we're going down on so many cards with like Chrome Moxes, Solitude, opponent strip mines, like just the fact that we can keep playing this for another card, it's just so much value. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.